intense heat, intense summer season in India, and having good time in your offices, in your homes, and wherever you are living. Friends, in this live we will I will talk about a very shocking report in which the crimes of Pakistani Maulanas are mentioned in very detail, and the most surprising thing is that British media organizations, British politicians, uh, British intellectuals, British press reporters are not talking about it. They are not discussing it. They are main they are hiding it. But thanks to some alternative media organizations available in Western countries and free social media, we are able to talk about it and we are able to highlight this problem for everyone to know. Friends, we are living in a modern era wherein we all have democratic freedom to live anywhere we want, to work, to have employment, to earn our livelihood and live a respectable life. But there is a community on this planet who believes in living in an old fashioned way, like right from the civilization of right from the beginning of this civilization, people have been making progress. Their living standards have increased with every scientific invention and technological progress. But there is a community on this planet who doesn't want to leave their old fashioned way of life, and that community is everywhere, right from Asia to North America, Europe, Latin America, everywhere you can find the members of that community. Everywhere they have 59 countries in this world, and the most surprising thing is that they always love to expand their religion by all means, whether it's by war, whether it's by cheating people, whether it's by raping someone. So I'm talking about a very sensational report that that was published in Britain, in which it was revealed that 2 lakh 50,000 white British girls were raped by Pakistani Maulanas, Pakistani Muslims, and the details of the crime, the details of raping white British girls are so horrific, so horrible that I cannot uh, tell the exact details of those cases here. White British girls were abused in a very cruel manner. They were raped repeatedly, not by single men, by multiple Pakistani origin Muslim men. And the surprising thing is that the British government, the Prime Minister of Britain, is not talking about it, because in Britain, it is very, it is a crime if you talk about British people, the rights of British people. In Britain, it is crime uh, if you dare to challenge the hegemony of Muslims there. You know, Britain used to be a very safe country. Britain is called to be uh, a great nation once, but uh, the moment British government started to import illegal aliens, mostly from Muslim countries, who have no idea about British civilization, British culture values, the rules and regulation of British society. The thing is that when they started importing illegal migrants from Muslim countries uh, for the greed of cheap labor, the problem started to arise. You know, in British society, people are people don't care about religion. They don't visit churches. They don't uh, they are not more religious, but they imported, they welcomed all sorts of migrants without checking their background, and now um, they have problems created by illegal migrants. Britain, there is in sorry, you know uh, Britain is in the process of rapid Islamification. The number of jihadis are increasing rapidly in Britain. They are committing all types of crimes, looting public properties, raping British girls, uh, interfering in the personal affairs of local Christians. So they are committing all types of crimes, but British government uh, is not stopping their crime. If a Muslim is involved in crime, it is possible that British judiciary and British police is not British police and British judiciary are not going to punish them, because they have to, they fear of offending minority population. you know Muslims used to give birth to many children. Muslim couples used to give birth 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 children, and that is why their population is increasing in all British cities. Uh, Whether you are living in London, whether you are living in Wales, whether you are living in Scotland, you can find a huge number of Muslims everywhere, and you will ask the question, if the population of Muslims are increasing in Western countries, what problem you are facing? The problem is that if people from other countries go to Britain, people from other religion go to Britain, they try to assimilate, they try to uh, be a part of British society, adopt their culture, be friends with, make locals their friend, respect their culture. That is okay. People from Hindu religion, people from Bauddha religion, people from Jain, Jews, they all, whenever they go to Britain, or they follow British rules, they follow the law of the land. So Britain has no problem with that. But when jihadi population go to Britain, they think that they are above the British law. They are, I would love to say that they are waging a silent civil war against the British society, and the majority of population in British society has no clue about this problem. Tommy Robinson tried his level best to create awareness about the growing Islamification in Britain, and he was jailed by the British government. Instead of protecting Tommy Robinson, British government accused him of inciting hatred among communities and jailed him. This is height of nonsense. Britain is a Christian country, and you know when you live in a Christian country, you are supposed to follow, you are supposed to respect the local culture, British culture. But people from Hindu community, Jews community, Bauddha community, Jain community, they have no problem with British culture. Britain is very open society. Uh, People have the freedom to exercise their democratic rights. People have the freedom to express their thoughts. People have the freedom to do any job. But as as the number of jihadi population is increasing, they are attacking people belonging to other religions. They are destroying the basic fabric of British society. They are openly declaring that as soon as they become majority, they will capture Britain and declare it an Islamic country. I have seen multiple videos of Britain in which locals and Muslims are clashing with each other over unimportant issues. And most of the cases of crime in Britain are started by jihadi population, be it the looting of shopping malls, attacking someone with knife, stealing expensive properties from cars and other residential or commercial properties, raping teenage British girls. Every time, every just you just count any type of crime, jihadi population is involved in that. You know, Britain is a country of beautiful people. British girls are also beautiful. So when the people from Muslim countries and Asian countries go to Britain, they have a cultural shock. They didn't see women in bikini in their home countries. They did not see the openness of the society in their own countries. But when they reach Britain, they find that it is a paradise. It is a Disneyland. It is a land of beautiful girls with whom they can do anything without getting punished. British government and British administration is so dumb, so useless, so brainless that they have no feeling of responsibilities of their post. Like British government has the responsibility to protect the right of native British people. British government, British police has the responsibility to punish wrongdoers and let people feel safe. But instead of this, British government and British police are always ready to punish anyone who dares to expose their wrongdoings, who dares to speak for their rights. You know, jihadi population in Britain are free to commit any crime and remain at large, avoid punishment, avoid penalties. And British judiciary is also very sympathetic towards criminals, foreign criminals. If a foreign criminal, mostly jihadi population, rapes a British girl, the judge, instead of giving the culprit very strict punishment, the judge says that in most cases the judge says that even the culprit has human rights. What kind of human rights, you motherfucker asshole? What kind of rights? Raping British girl, killing British people, misbehaving with British people is not a democratic right. It is a pure milk white crime. But leaders in Britain are so dumb that they have transformed beautiful Britain in a third world country. I used to admire Britain for its beauty, for its wisdom, for its well structured infrastructure. But all these things are waste if foreign aliens, illegal foreign immigrants whom you did not invite, whom you did not send invitation letter to come in my country and rape my females. So British government should ashamed itself that it is hiding the crimes of jihadi population. And I don't know why British people are not standing up against their uh, liberal government. This is very pathetic. Same thing is happening in other European countries also. Britain is on the path of rapid Islamification. Britain, I think the way Islam is spreading in Britain, the way British people are being harassed by jihadi population, the way the number of jihadi population is increasing in Britain, I think by 2040 or by 2050, Britain will become the first Muslim majority country in Europe, and this will be very pathetic. This kind of situation will be very disappointing for local Christian population. Either when jihadi population has a very clear concept. When they remain in when they remain in when they are minority in a particular non-Muslim country, they live peacefully. When they increase their population up to 10%, they start to create law and order problem. When they become 35%, they ask for special rights, like uh, announcing Islamic prayer 5 times in a day in residential area, uh, attacking the gods of other religions, mocking the gods of other religions, attacking churches, synagogues, and other places of worship. So when they become 35%, they started to ask for special rights, and when they become 60%, 70%, or 80%, they declared the installation of Sharia law. You know, Jihadi population loves to live in Sharia law, which is inhuman, which is undemocratic. In Sharia law, people have no right to speak against injustice being done to them. You cannot speak against any crime the state machinery does with you. Whatever happening, take the example of Afghanistan. Taliban is ruling there. Taliban is a terrorist organization, created by Pakistan and facilitated by the CIA and America. The same Taliban, America used to call them terrorist organization. The same, the same American army launched military operation in Afghanistan for 20 years, and you can imagine the intensity of Islamic terrorism that they were. I mean, even America was not able to install a proper government in Afghanistan, and at last, due to the cheating of Pakistan, they had to leave Afghanistan in a great hurry, and nowadays Afghanistan is in under the grip of Taliban, a terrorist organization. You can imagine the life of common people, especially women there. Women have no rights in Afghanistan. They cannot move. They cannot go out of the house. They cannot have love affair with the man. Afghani ladies, Afghani women, they are not allowed to have love affair with the man they like. They cannot educate themselves. They cannot have formal education. They cannot go for a job. All they are supposed to do that, they have to live in burqa, and they are supposed to engage in domestic work. They are supposed to live inside the house. So a society which suppresses the rights of its female population, its uh, half population, that is not going anywhere. That kind of society is not going anywhere. The problem with jihadi population is that wherever they go, they create problems, and when the problems bigger becomes much bigger, they look for new areas where they can live peacefully, and when they find a peaceful place, they start the same problem they have escaped from. This is the pathetic behavior of jihadi population. So Britain, I don't see any good future of Britain. Britain has a good future until and unless British government takes a decision to deport all illegal aliens, close all mosques that create noise pollution 5 times a day by announcing Islamic prayer. Nobody wants to listen. By investigating the funding source of mosques that are operational in Britain. So Britain government, before it's too late, the British government needs to, before before it's before it leads to, the British government needs to act fast before the problem becomes too bigger to handle. Britain is heading towards a disaster. Why only Britain? The situation of most of the European countries is very pathetic. Jihadi population is increasing everywhere. They are creating problems for the local population. But a single man, single like common people in every country have no right, sorry, have no authority to implement the good things. So Western governments need to realize that they are feeding a dangerous snake in their backyard. I don't know why British government or European government are not aware of the snake they are feeding in their backyard. They think that a snake will not bite them. A snake have a very notorious nature of biting almost everyone. It doesn't matter whether you feed them or not. So jihadi population is just like a green snake, anaconda, black mamba, karat. They are friend to none. They are not going to spare you just because you give them shelter, you give them employment, you give them high quality life. They don't care about it. they, they don't give a fuck about it. You will have to stand for your country. I think even if after seeing this kind of miserable situation in Britain, if the population doesn't rise up, if the British patriots don't speak against the stupid policy of the government, only God knows what future the Britain has. Thank for joining in this live. I would love to have your comments on this issue. Are you aware of this issue? If not, then also comment. I would love to educate you. Like this issue is very concerning, but surprising thing is that most of the British media and world media is silent about it because the criminals are jihadi population who love to wage a war against the non-Muslim population in silence. So be aware, educate yourself, and protect yourself. Thank you very much for coming in this live, joining this live, and listening to my broadcast. I love to I love to broadcast live commentary on different issues in English and other language. This is my English language channel. If you know English and if you are interested in world affair, like this live and subscribe this channel so that you can have updates about whatever happening in the world. You will have updates about the latest happening that the world media doesn't love to report. I told you the untold story. Thank you very much for joining. I'm just ending this live. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much.